I'm pinched. There's one on the stairs above me.
So you're in a pickle. You got guys all around you. Your buddies are dropping left and right like flies. And you can't rotate. So there's no retrograde action available to you. Because if you do, you're going to die. So what's left? You got fight or flight. Can't flight. Can't run. Time to fight. In 1914, there was a general. His name's Ferdinand Foch. At the Battle of the Marne, he is quoted as saying one of the most badass things I've ever heard in my life. My center's giving way. My right is retreating. The situation's excellent. I'm attacking. How can we use that? What can we do based on Ferdinand Foch's first awesome name, second guidance here? It's time to go kinetic.
Is this one of you guys right in front of me here?
Well, welcome to Retrograde. In this series of videos, I walk you through some of my best and my worst fights to try and find the little things that I either did or didn't do that brought me success or failure, respectively. I'm not going to win all of these, but we're hopefully going to learn something and come out of this a better raider at the end of it. So we start to make our way up the western northern edge of Resort. We had spawned at Road to Customs, which is on the southeasternmost edge of the map, and it's really not the best to try to push Resort. By the time we get there, there's most definitely going to be people already inside and looting up all the good stuff, so I choose to have us underneath of the balconies, moving up to mid-stairs, so we can hopefully take third and fight downhill if we have to.
Okay, fine. Fine! Footsteps in front of us, close.
Now this, like you just heard, is my first indication that there's actually people internal. You're going to see me find somebody on the stairs here, and eventually I'm going to call somebody to hold these windows so that I can rotate internal. My initial plan is to still take third floor. We'll see what happens.
Inside right.
I think he's further back.
I'm watching the staircase. I'm watching the staircase exit.
Nade.
Now, once I see that my buddy's got that window covered, I'm going to rotate right and internal, and I'm going to find that things aren't as easy as I might have thought they were. I'm going to find that there's guys on first, second, and third, and I'm actually going to put myself into a bit of a pickle here.
I'm pinched. There's one on the stairs above me.
I'm going up.
Oh man, I'm stuck.
I'm roof.
All right. They are all over the place.
Where's man and admin? I'm dead.
I'm second floor.
It's right here that I made the decision. I knew I couldn't run. There was no retrograde available to me. I'm surrounded. Right? It's time to fight. I took the initiative, and I fought on my own terms. I know at this point that I'm probably in the center of all these guys. Now that can work in my advantage because people have used it against me before. The fog of war is a hell of a beast. There's a very likely chance that these boys are going to think that I'm one of theirs. Now I'm going to slow this down to about a third of the speed. All right? It's important to watch on this push that I'm not pushing blind. I hear footsteps to my right, and I know there's a guy in here. I got a little lucky that he was healing. So I'm going to take him first. I also heard footsteps across the hall, so I'm going to try to rotate towards him. And I don't know this guy was here. All right? Being quick to respond is what saved me, ultimately. I know there's at least one more across the hallway from me, so I'm going to move back the way I came rather than push out through that doorway where I just killed this guy. All right? I'm operating under the assumption that his buddy knows that he just died and that there's a bad guy in that room. So as I push out, I can still hear the guy across the hall. But first, before I push straight in there, I'm going to check my left. That's just covering your bases. As I move in, I see him. I don't take the time to ADS because he's got me beat on the timing, and my gear beats his. Plain and simple. Now let's watch at full-time speed.
He's in the window. You got killed from the window.
Yep.
killed 2. I'm second floor. I'm fighting all these dudes right now, all right?
Alright, we're pushing in.
3 are dead.
Yeesh.
Now, this fight's not over just yet. It's important to recognize that I've lost 2 buddies so far. So that means I have 2 left. We came in as a 5 stack. One of those buddies that's still alive is about to tell me that he's still getting engaged from the first floor. I'm about to go on the hunt. I'll eventually realize that I've used up quite a bit of my ammo. So I'm going to end up peeling back, and I'm going to start to work on my ammo. Okay? That's where we'll pick back up.
Moving to mid.
He's still on first floor, shoot out the window. We
Copy.
Were at.
Is this one of you guys right in front of me here?
Just me.
You almost got schwacked, bro. You almost
He on first.
He's on first,
Alright.
shooting at the...
Fire about-
Okay.
fire about third.
I'm split from you guys. I'm on roof coming down the stairs.
Who's outside still?
Zombie's dead.
I'm coming on second. I gotta fix something.
Come in here. Go in there.
I can stop call.
I'm on 3rd floor right now.
He was probably about. If you go on the first floor, probably about the 3rd left room.
Okay.
I'm gonna push down in a second.
Hi. I'm back again. Things are about to get a little bit f***ed up. Okay? This is where communications are very important, but it's also where sometimes there's just nothing you can do, and a guy will happen to find himself right in the middle of your team. I just so happen to have just done this to his team, so maybe it's payback. If you were listening closely to the comms, you would have heard that I've got a team that's split right now. I've got one that you just saw starting to heal up inside that little janitor's closet. And I've got one that had moved to the roof through the outside stairs that came down internal and is trying to make his way to us. Now that's important to remember on this next fight.
God, I forgot how much I love Chet, dude. I forgot how much I love this gun.
I'm far end first from you guys.
Okay. Just watch down that hallway on first. And in fact, you could probably go 3rd and come to us. Are we 3rd or are we 2nd right now?
We're on second.
We're on 2nd. Are you moving?
Somebody's coming up.
I'm on
Somebody's coming up.
I'm on
Just
2nd.
me.
That's not our buddy. This is my fault, actually, right? So I know that I have a teammate that's healing up. He's wearing level 3 armor because he's working on Peacekeeper mission. And I should have been watching his doorway to cover his back. Now, my concern at the time, had you not noticed, was my ammo situation. I had plenty, but I failed my teammate here by not watching his 6. The better play for me would have been to hold the angle on his doorway in some way, and I would have probably been able to engage the bad guy that was coming in on him. Now, he and I both hesitated, believing that, as you heard, our other buddy was rotating in to our location to provide a little bit more support by fire. As it turns out, it was a bad guy. I killed him, but we lost a buddy in the process. Live and learn. Well, that's going to be it for this episode of Retrograde. But let's examine some of the lessons we learned today. First, you got to take the initiative, right? Action is violent, and sometimes you need to just roll with it. Make sure you fight on your own terms. Don't let the enemy dictate the terms of the fight. I allowed that last bad guy to take the initiative and fight on his terms, and he was able to take one of us down. Last is sound. Specifically, being able to hear it without muddy communications allowed me to work my way through this team. Had the team been over-communicating to me, I probably wouldn't have been able to hear the small steps and sound cues that gave the bad guys away. I think the most important element here, though, one that I can translate directly that we can all understand, is ever so often, the shift plus W plus mouse 1 buttons are what you need. I'm Ronnie. Make sure to stop by Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard at Facebook Gaming, where we play community games, we do a lot of charity work, and we'd love to have you. I'm out of here. Later. Now, this fight's not over just yet. It's important to remember that